Yeah, the Christian music guys. Make some noise for the Christian music guys.
Today on the Christian Music Guys, we're welcoming back a familiar voice and trusted industry leader, three-time guest now, Kevin McNeese, founder of NewReleaseToday. Kevin has his finger on the pulse of everything happening in Christian music, and he's joining us to break down all that went down in 2025, from the biggest moments and surprises in the industry to the impact of AI. We also talk about the We Love Awards and so much more. Kevin, thanks so much, man, for chatting with me.
Thank you. 3 times. I'm like Steve Martin on SNL. It's like, we got to get up there a little bit. You got to have me on some more.
That's right.
We'll start celebrating like around a dozen or so. I don't know.
There you go. Well, how are things? How was your Christmas and New Year's and all that fun stuff? Was you like me where it took you like till January 14th to get back into the swing of things?
No. In fact, I was texting a friend, excuse me, and I'm going to try not to do that throughout our whole entire conversation, just getting over sickness. That was my New Year's gift. But no, I just kept working because I was really dumb and scheduled the We Love Awards to start right after Christmas this year instead of before Thanksgiving. We usually start that in December, and we pushed it a month, which I thought genius. And then during Christmas crunch time and New Year's crunch time, when I should have been quiet and taking a break, I was in crunch time to launch We Love Awards. So no, I feel like the whole world gets 3 weeks off except me. And then like the second week of January, everybody wakes up and bugs me all at once. And then by like 3 p.m. that day, I'm ready to go on vacation finally. So that's my holiday schedule. It stinks.
I mean, you at least got to go watch Avatar. So that's
twice.
A break.
Yeah, twice. Yeah, that's what, like 7 hours of my life.
Yeah. So. James Cameron, if you want to sponsor, just reach out.
Give us some of that Avatar money. Let's go.
Well, Kevin, 2025, what a year for Christian music, news stuff. Well, I got a list of stuff. Well, where do you want to begin? I mean, there's a lot that happened. Some stuff we won't talk about, some stuff we will.
Sure.
So what, man? What do you think was the biggest to you?
I think for us, just the We Love Awards are really cool to kind of start there. And that's always a celebration of the year looking back. And this year looks a little different. Last year was like the pinnacle of what we've been doing for 13 years. This is our 14th year. And we were able to do an award show in Nashville, and it was awesome. We're not able to do that again this year. But I think the great thing about We Love Awards and doing this independently is that we get to work with the resources in front of us every year and just go, God, this is your thing. And how do we kind of keep this thing going with the partners you've put in front of us this year? So we've got some great partners this year. Advancing Native Missions and We Rock Entertainment, Nashville Christian Songwriters, 90s Worship Night, Tyndale, they're kind of all coming along and helping us do it at the level that we want and what we feel these artists deserve. So yeah, we've got 13 categories this year, mostly focused on song and songs of 2025. 83 artists, I think, were still nominated. So threw in some new categories, moved nominees from 5 to 6, so made it even harder to decide for fans. And then voting is open now through February 20th, depending on when you're watching this. So hopefully it's in that window.
And Elon wrote you a check last year for the awards, and that's why you were able to, but
yeah,
for some reason he never sent it in for this year.
X is knocking on my door for my money. I've had 2 reps reach out and go, hey, we want to talk to you about how to market We Love Awards. I'm like, no, we're good. Let's reverse this conversation. But yeah.
So We Love Awards will be streamed exclusively on YouTube.
Yes, and actually, I'm going to give you an exclusive announcement, assuming you get this up in a decent amount of time.
Yep. Yep.
Rhett Walker just signed on last night to
nice.
host. And so Rhett's going to host again. He's our second host. He did this back in 2022. No, 21, I think, something like that. I should probably know that. He's hilarious.
He's got to wear a cowboy hat.
Yeah, or something. Yeah, he hosted last time in a ball cap and a like a what is not a checker, a plaid shirt.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, way to dress up with the rest of us there, Rhett. He's awesome.
Well, that's
and
cool.
So he'll be our host. And March 22nd, we'll be doing the announcement special, streaming it on YouTube. So
okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, you had mentioned AI earlier. I thought it was pretty interesting that you guys, NRT, have a playlist of strictly AI Christian music.
Yeah.
And I know we'll get into Forrest, but Forrest came out and was against it. And then a lot of people in the industry are like, bro, you've done AI. And then if you think about it, I mean, AI has really kind of been a thing, not to the extent of what it is, but it's been a thing for many, many years. When you go onto a computer and add drums to a song, those drums are not real. It's technically AI. It's computer generated. So yeah, man, let's talk about AI. What
Sure.
dangers, the good things that it's doing in the Christian entertainment industry. Like Randy Travis, I think, used, of course, he had a stroke probably 10 years ago. But he uses AI for a lot of his new music. And so it could be used for really good things, but also the dangers.
Yeah. Well, just right up the front, I'm not a fan. I am a fan of AI though, so it's weird. So I'm a giant hypocrite. This whole entire conversation, I'll just be one giant hypocrite. It's basically what I'm proceeding. But I mean, I use AI a ton of ways, throughout my day. And it's been an incredibly useful tool for kind of the solo entrepreneur, or even working with a team and just helping us brainstorm and come up with ideas and do editing and that kind of stuff. And so it's just an incredible tool for a lot of different areas. I think it kind of came to a boiling point, and honestly, probably about 3 months ago, I did submissions for New Release Today, and about 50% of them were AI, and it kind of came out of nowhere. It just started to be really fast, and I've got a pretty good ear, so I can hear all the red flags and see all the red flags very quickly. We can talk about those if you want, but I think it just really depressed me. Like, took the joy out of music, and I live and breathe music. This is what I do and have done for 30 years. And I'm like, this could take me out. This could ruin this for me, not to get too dramatic, but seriously. And so started to have a lot of good conversations with artists and industry leaders. And then we just took a stance. As a site, as a media company, we're not going to promote any music that's AI. And so you put that out there, and then you start noticing how many different definitions that people have of what AI. Like you just mentioned some definitions of AI that I don't agree with. Even in the intro, that AI has been used forever to create drums. Well, those are synth drums, and synth instruments are still needing to be played by someone. You're hitting a keyboard, but it's a person creating that music, not entering a prompt. And I think that's the difference is when you take the artistry out of this and you don't use tools to enhance the artistry, but literally like some kid that has no musical talent at all, like none whatsoever, can create one of the most beautiful, amazing songs in minutes. Houston, we have a problem. And like when everything becomes special, nothing is special anymore. So I think as gatekeepers, and I hate that term, but New Release Today, we collect and we decide what we put in front of our audience. We have a responsibility to make sure that we are being genuine in what we're putting out. And I think the stats are, and we don't have time to go over the surveys or everything, but the stats are just massively clear. And the surveys are massively clear. Humans want to listen to humans. Humans do not want to listen to computer created content. They just don't. Now, the big asterisk there is, are they aware? When they're not aware, they love it and consume it. But as soon as they become aware, they reject it by almost 75%. 75% of users, as soon as they're aware that this is AI generated, they go, I don't like this anymore, I don't want it. But the problem is, how do they know? Well, if we're not telling them, if Spotify isn't telling them, if Apple Music isn't telling them, if YouTube isn't telling them, then we get artists like Solomon Ray, topping the Christian music charts this year. And we get a country music artist topping the country charts this year. And we get a flood of artists, what I view duping the audience into what this is and what they don't want. You add faith on top of that, this gets really muddy really fast, you know? And so I don't think a Christian artist should be using a fake photo. I don't think a Christian artist or a band should be using a generated music that they created on prompt. And I understand it's not black and white, cut and dry, but that's my take.
Where does Solomon Ray live? Is he headlining festivals this year?
Well, what's interesting there, Solomon Ray is actually a real artist who has made real music under a different headline. So he's just but his music is not him. His music is all AI generated.
Yeah. I have an artist, I won't mention their name, but they were telling me that they were creating music and writing music, and they had all these thoughts and ideas of this song, and they put it in AI and they said, give me a song with these ideas. And I didn't say nothing, but I'm like, okay, what happened to creativity and getting in a writer's room with other writers and coming up with an amazing song, rather than taking your thoughts, which yes, they're your thoughts, but then you put them to AI to create something probably better that's not yours.
Right.
So I'm like, that kind of takes away, well, like you said, it takes away a lot, especially with people's jobs, because they're like, well, I'm not going to hire any other writers or any other whatever because I have AI.
It's just disingenuous at the end of the day. There's no way around that. You put in a prompt and create a product and then put it out there as yours. And this is true in any creative medium, you know?
Right.
But if you're going to put your name on it, have it be yours. At minimum, here's where the minimum part. Get in front of a microphone and sing the dang song. If you want the music, to be AI generated, you are correct. We've had computers making music and instruments for 70 years. Fine. But the vocal, the soul of what this is, a guitar does not have soul. A human being has soul. That's what's coming through the vocal microphone. That's what's coming in the microphone. If that is fake, I don't want it. And I don't think many people want it either. So,
yeah. Like you said, I use AI for certain things, like helping with emails. And I know people that use them to help write press releases, things like that. But when it comes to music, and even movies, Kevin, like I saw this one person use, what's Google's AI program? You pay for it. I forgot the name of theirs.
Gemini?
Gemini, but it's also, they have a paid thing where it makes like fully produced TV shows, movies, things like that. Well, anyway, it was like a 20-minute movie I watched on YouTube, and I was like, this is incredible. Come to find out, it was all fake. None of it was real.
Right.
It was all AI. And I was like, wow, like this is kind of scary. Like it's going to, it could hurt actors too. Like it's just
and a lot of people will go, well, it's out. You're not going to get rid of this technology, so you better just adopt it. And you're correct. We're not going to get rid of it. Like this isn't a process of elimination where let's only celebrate human created content. I think that is a losing battle. Like even Instagram's founder, like a couple weeks ago, came out and said, we've lost this battle. We're actually considering marking real content instead of AI generated content because it feels like the real content has been so quickly outweighed by AI. And we're just months into this. I mean, fast forward years from now, you're going to go on Instagram, you post a picture, you're going to get flagged because you're real. And but that's interesting because that tells you everything of what that research says. People want to know what's real. And so if that's what we got to do, if we have to flag the real content instead of the fake content, fine, I don't care. I think transparency just takes out every argument. Let the user understand what they're listening to. And as a Christian artist, don't dupe your users. That is not a good foundation to build your ministry on. So
I can't tell you how many times I have like a few friends and they're older and they're suckers for anything on the internet and they think it's real and they'll text me or message me, Jacob, is this real? There's this one thing going around.
Is that
where
your mom? Are you throwing your mom under the bus?
No, but there's like one recently was CC Winans and these artists. There was one on Forrest Frank, there was one on CC and somebody else. They're on The View, and I'm like, okay, number one, why would they be on The View? And they're standing there like across the desk with their pointy finger, and dude, if you zoom in on their cups, it's like it's AI looking, and their faces are so fake, and it's like they have announced on The View today that they're stepping down, they're no longer singing, and blah blah blah. And you read the comments, and people are falling for it. Like, oh, CC, thank you so much for your ministry. Good luck, being retired. And I'm like, that's fake, y'all. Like, come on, look at the picture. It's so phony. And the people behind them all have like mushy faces, like in the audience. And I'm like, guys, seriously? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, it's frustrating.
Well, and then someone from my church was like, man, have you heard that new Jelly Roll song? He released a Christian song. And I'm like, Hard Fought Hallelujah? And they're like, no. And they played it. And it says on the description, on the YouTube description, Jelly Roll, the title of the song, AI something. And I'm like, dude, this is AI.
Brandon Lake has a lot of that right now. Because and these are the artists that are kind of breaking through and getting some mainstream attention. And so I almost fell for it. Like, I saw Brandon Lake was going on tour with some major country artist, and I almost stopped what I was doing and went to go write the news article for NRT. And I thought, no. And then I thought, that is the universe paying me back for years of April Fool's articles. Because when we write April Fool's articles on April 1st, we've had other content sites write our stories. Radio has reported on it, and then they get duped. But at least I have April Fools. Like, well, you're just kind of, I won't say.
Yeah. So,
but
I will say, there is dangers in AI, but there's also some good things. Just like with anything, man. Like with social media, just all the stuff.
Artists can use AI for lots of different things. You want to use AI to write your biography, like, knock yourself out. No one reads those anyway. But they'll save you a couple hours. That's great.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's crazy, man. We have AI, and then let's since we've already mentioned his name a little bit, Forrest Frank was in the news.
I think Forrest Frank is an AI artist. Does he exist? Pumping out 70 songs a year. You're not real, Forrest. He does do arena shows. I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to show up for an award show because you're not real. Yeah, we're on to you, Forrest.
If you notice real close, his fingers glitch when he's in person. He's a hologram.
Years before our time.
Yeah, so Forrest, can't stay out of the news, good or bad. I guess one of the biggest ones was him and old Corey Asbury. There was several artists getting injured, and Corey decided to write a song about himself being injured.
One of like a dozen or so, yeah. Yep.
And that started a feud between him and Forrest. I don't know if it was a feud, but I know Forrest was hurt. His feelings were hurt. And I just had to sniff there, bro. Like, I didn't.
It's okay. You're getting through colds like me.
So anyway, there might have been AI generated sniff. So
this is right. Yeah. Put in a tear.
They worked it. I think they worked it out, Kevin. I think they worked it out, and now they're touring together.
Yeah, they're best buds.
Was you surprised on that?
No. It was
Let's find a way to sell out arenas.
It was all behind the scenes. You and I need to start a giant feud, and apparently that catches a lot of people, and now we're popular, and we'll write a song together, and then do all the things. No, I think it was part genuine, and there were reports behind the scenes that it was not as genuine as we were led to believe. Whether you believe those reports or not, I don't know. But I think for the most part, it was, it was genuine. I think Forrest is in a very unique position. He's leading the pack, and he's just he blew Christian music out. I mean, the past 2 years, Christian music has not seen an artist like Forrest ever.
Right.
And he has enhanced and almost single-handedly raised the entire genre. So hats off and credit to Forrest. He's doing a lot of things right, for sure. Yeah, him and Corey, that's fine. They're now BFFs and they're doing things, and they wanted to do a Super Bowl thing together and kind of stirred the pot there too. That didn't materialize, which, why can't Christians do cool things? Like, just
right.
I don't know.
Well, Turning Point is doing one, and then Corey was like, all right, it's gonna be 2 separate ones. I'm like, well, that's stupid. And then kind of found out, oh, no, we're gonna work together. Oh, and now we're not gonna do one. It's just gonna be Turning Point.
They didn't want to play the political game.
So, yeah.
And so, I don't know. What is that whole thing? Stand for something, or fall for anything, or don't do a show?
Right.
Something like that.
I'm just saying, dude, like, Turning Point is big, with Charlie's assassination this past September, and, with Corey and Forrest, man, that could have been one amazing halftime show. And, I wouldn't have been offended if it was not all Christian. You could have got some country, like a Carrie Underwood or someone,
sure.
They're Christian, throw somebody like that in there. And, dude, that would have been huge. I mean, it would have been, huge.
Well, that's the fear, right? I mean, they don't want to latch their brand onto something that potentially will turn off some of their listeners. And, like, I'm sorry, like, we're doing the Jesus thing right now still, right? Like, that is not for every single person in the world. Like, people that turned away from Jesus's ministry as well, you'll be fine. And so I think it was unfortunate. Like, it was just unfortunate. And it was one of the biggest stories on New Release Today. It caught wildfire. It was one of the biggest stories for all of us. Because I think the Christian music fan desperately wants it. They want alternatives to the garbage that continues to be forced down our throats. And that's why Forrest is so popular right now, because he's kind of playing outside the system and delivering that. And now there is an entire new generation of fans that want more of it. So to shy away from opportunities because of some reason, stop it. Like, say yes and go. And if people unfollow you, if people hate you for it, I think one of the big news stories this past year, Forrest lost 30,000 fans because around the Charlie Kirk time frame, and he looked right in the camera and said, bye. Like, yeah, that's the right response. Like, we're not here to appease every single living person on the planet. We're here to preach the gospel. And if we have an opportunity to do that on a big stage, you better be saying yes to that. Not, no, we're going to go do our own thing and then do nothing. Like, I thought that was really disingenuous and frustrating for me as a Christian music fan. But
kudos to, speaking of Charlie Kirk, kudos and hats off to Brandon Lake, Cody and Carrie Job, and Chris Tomlin that performed at Charlie's funeral.
Yes.
Yeah, that was amazing. And politics aside, man, like, it was that was huge. I thought it was amazing. And
they all still have careers. Like, they're doing okay. Yeah. So that was cool. That was cool to see, for sure.
Yeah. And I would say, let's see. I was going to say something else about the whole Super Bowl thing, but I think logistically, I was trying to figure it out. Like, Super Bowl halftime show is like 15 minutes. So how would that happen if they did it in a separate arena? They wouldn't get everybody together for a 15-minute show. They would have to, I don't know how they would do it, to compete with the Super Bowl halftime audience, I would say. So,
well, logistically, you get down to maybe that's the whole conversation. It sounds like a great idea, and then you get down to logistics, and it's like, why are we doing this? But I don't understand. And the same thing for me for New Year's too. I don't understand what's preventing artists from getting together and even pre-recording something. and putting it out there. And if people don't watch during Super Bowl halftime, or if people don't watch during New Year's, so it's on replay. Let people discover it. It is an excuse to create content as a direct programming alternative for what general public is consuming. So why not do that?
They could do a New Year's Eve show, and instead of a ball dropping, have Bill Gaither drop from the ceiling, 3, 2, 1, and just drop him.
That might be the Bill Gaither. Dude's like 172.
I know.
I don't
That's
think
what I'm
he'd
saying.
survive that drop.
He's like the Christian Chuck Norris, bro. Like, he just keeps going. Like,
where do you guys have like do you guys have a special New Year's local drop? Like, all these cities are doing their own icons and dropping.
Orlando, like Disney, they do something, but I don't like to go out on New Year's. I like to stay at home.
Okay. So we have
just because of the drunks and all that fun stuff.
So we have the Idaho potato drop. So we're in Idaho, and
it's amazing.
They've been doing this for 10 years. So it's this giant potato, it's like a spud.
Real?
No.
Oh.
This is
and it falls, and everybody has mashed potatoes.
It's like this big. No, no, it's massive, like the size of a bus. And it's all glowing inside and lit up and everything. And then they do fireworks, but they just drop it from a crane from New Year's. And a bunch of drunk people go downtown and celebrate. I've never gone. This past year I went with my wife, and best fireworks show I've ever seen. And it was actually, it would have been like the best fireworks if it wasn't for this giant potato hanging from midair while the fireworks were going off. But it was kind of fun. So
did the fireworks hit it and it became a fried potato?
This is right. I'll tell all the jokes, and that's what makes it stupid, I guess. I don't know.
Look, it's a scallop potato now.
So what would be dropped for the Christian New Year celebration? You can't do a cross. That's kind of sacrilegious. You have to figure something else out.
I mean, Bill Gaither, bro. Like, I think that'd be amazing.
Still like Bill Gaither.
or I don't know.
Maybe we can ask the audience for some good brainstorming. We'll find a Christian symbol.
So, Kevin, let's wrap this up. CeCe Winans had a humongous year, as always. She crushed it at the Doves, and I'm pretty sure the K-Love Awards. The woman is amazing, and just like Torrin said, if you have not been CC'd yet, just watch out. If you come out with a song, she's gonna take it. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, dude, anything she sings, she could sing. I mean, I don't know if they're exist anymore, like a phone book, and it would be amazing. Like,
I mean, she's one of those artists that has kind of renewed her career again. And, she's what, 44 or 5 decades into this.
Oh, I thought you said she was 40 something. I'm like, bro, no, she's not.
No, I think she's 4 or 5 decades into this. Maybe. Well, I don't want to age her.
Well, she's 61, she said. So,
all right, yeah,
she's been in it for a long time. I mean, since she was a young kid. I know that.
And she's just highly respected. I mean, everybody loves her, and it's interesting. Had conversations with her management early on, and she really wasn't sure what she wanted to do with it. Really wasn't wanting to do much on tour, and was just like, I just want to record again. And then the demand was just huge, and she was starting to have fun again, and really seeing people respond and understanding, okay, like there's a whole generation that really needs to encounter Jesus in real worship. And so I got to get back out there. And now she's just
one of the most important things too is everybody that is with her say that what you see on stage is how she is behind the scenes.
Sure.
Like a woman of integrity. She's not, a different person behind the scenes. And that's, to me, that's the most important thing is how are you when no one's watching? And dude, I love that. And that's why God's blessing her and blessing her the second wave, I guess, as you would say, in her life and career.
What are some of the breakout artists of the past year that you've really loved?
I would say number one on my list, Emerson Day.
Okay.
Dude, I mean, she went from well, nobody. I mean, I mean, honestly, like 2024, we interviewed her in Nashville, and she did a like a Redbird Common thing, and her song "Get Behind Me" just came out, and no one knew who she was, honestly. And like within a year, man, now she's on Winter Jam, and she's really blowing up, I think. So I'd say Emerson Day. Oh wow, breakout.
One for me is Jamie McDonald. She's gonna have.
We just had her on, so
yeah, she's gonna have a huge year. And she's already had a huge breakout year. But again, an artist, and she's got a great testimony. I'm sure you guys talked about it, but she's got a great testimony. And
she just did a song with Lauren Daigle. I mean, her song, and Lauren sang on it. I'm like, dude, that's huge to come out and get somebody like her immediately. That's crazy.
So we nominated both the original version of Desperate and the Lauren Jamie version of Desperate as collab of the year. And then her label wrote me when our We Love Awards came out on January 5th. Her label wrote me and said, "Hey, you're actually putting the wrong part of the music video in. You have Lauren Daigle singing, but you're showing Jamie McDonald." I'm like, oh shoot. So I got the wrong artist, so we had to go back and remap that. But
dude, I don't know if you've heard her song "My Family," but that is an incredible song too.
Great. Yeah,
such a good song. Yeah.
Amazon's going to Amazon. By the time you see this, they'll be talking about her too, picking her along with half a dozen artists for 2026 breakout feature.
Right before I got on with you.
Yeah, we're not supposed to talk about it, so now you can't put this out there today. But never date your podcast, right? Sorry.
No. No. Let's see. A male artist. Let me think. I mean, Josiah Queen's technically not new.
No.
But I mean, he had a big year.
I think I'm the only living person on the planet that doesn't consume Josiah Queen.
Well, then you got two people, right?
I was looking at our new artists. It's interesting. Our new artist nominees this year is 6 females. That was not intentional. Like, that was just they're the ones that happened to come up.
Yeah, I would say
Bodie's awesome.
Bodie, yeah. I mean, I guess technically he is a breakout. I think he's doing some big things. He did of course, Whisper in the Wind, but he actually covered that worship song by SCU, What a God, and crushed it, man. Crushed it. And he's awesome. He's great.
It's really cool to see.
But yeah, man, like I've told you all the time, there's so much good indie out there, good artists that has so much potential.
Yep.
That, man,
all good stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So We Love Awards is coming up in March. What else do you guys have going this year, and how can our viewers and listeners keep up?
Well, this is going to be a big year for us. So our NRT book division has 3 titles coming. We'll have a follow-up to Mixtape Theology if you're a fan of 2000s Christian music. Their last book covered the 1990s, so that's going to be fun. Coming out this spring of 26. Kevin Davis, one of our contributors, probably the longest running series in Christian music, is Behind the Song Devotional. He'll have a devotional book come out this summer with the foreword written by both Jason Gray and Natalie Grant, so that'll be fun. And we just got confirmation Stephen Chris Chapman is doing the foreword for Mixtape, so that's awesome. Nice. And then I'm attempting to write a book, and hopefully that'll be out by the end of this year. We'll see how that goes. On New Release Today, we're releasing 3.0, our big kind of site redesign from top to bottom. Will hopefully be out this summer. So we're kind of pushing the end of development on that. That'll be huge for us, and we can talk about that when you have me back, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So it'll be a fun year.
Yeah, that's cool. Well, Kevin, to wrap up, I'd like to see if you'd be willing to share something that God's been doing in your life recently that would help build our viewers and listeners' faith.
Wow. Yes. You know, a couple months ago, I was really, I really got convicted because I realized that I've been consistently thanking God at the end of the month when things go well. So thank God for making budget. Thank you that we've had health this month. Thank you that I could take care of my family and Just thank you for the provisions, and really got convicted in a time this past year has been kind of stressful because there's been some movement. I moved away from a local radio position I was doing, and that took a third of my income, and it was just didn't come back as fast as I'd hoped. So I found myself really panicking and coming to the end of the month and not making budget and not being able to pay all the bills and not doing all the things, and just it created panic in me. And I think God really helped me through that. It took like 7 months. It was not quick, but to where I got to the end is like, hey, start thanking me at the beginning of the month. Thank you for my health. Thank you for the ways you're going to provide for me this month. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my friends. And be happy with what you don't have as well as what you have. And for me, that just massively has changed my relationship with Jesus in the past, 6 months probably. And there's been months where we get to the end and we're short by a lot, and we're having to cut, and we're making those decisions. But I'm doing it with a joyful heart, not a stressed out, panicked, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? It's almost an obedience of like, okay, God, you've asked us to live within our means. This is what we have. This is what we're going to do. And there's been a month where everything was fine. And I go, God, thank you for providing again and for what you're going to do next month. That's been huge for me. Probably a longer answer than you're looking for, but thank God at the beginning, not at the end.
It's good. Well, Kevin, thank you so much, man, for chatting with me again. Glad to call you friend.
Yes.
WeLoveAwards.com, March 22nd.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Okay. Go vote now, or you're a loser if you don't. And
or
so
your
much,
favorite
man.
artist is a loser if you don't. That's literally. All right, dude. Thank you.
They're the Christian music guys. Yeah, the Christian music guys.